Northampton, founder of the Centre for Policy Promotion and Prevention. He was in last year talking about the centre which he formed to promote integration, cohesion and religious harmony for the Bangladeshi community. The centre has been registered now as a community interest company, a new form of charity. It has its own new website and a programme schedule for 2019. He's in the studio now to tell us more about it, and Imran Chaudhry joins me now. Imran, thank you so much for coming along.
Thank you. Thanks very much for having me in your show. I'm honoured and delighted, and I'm ready to speak about my new venture.
Absolutely. Now, you were in last year, so you mentioned the Centre for Policy Promotion and Prevention, which you formed. Why did you do this?
Well, basically, since 2003, I've been working in the community in various scopes, various capacities. I write about the community in newspapers and do a lot of television chat shows, even radio shows. And then I envisaged that there is an opportunity for me to form an institution to promote and give the policy. Like, for example, there is a lot of communication assets that the various agencies and the companies, in the private companies, public companies, need to know as to how to enter into this Bangladeshi diaspora. So I could as an interlocutor, I can help them to achieve that. Then I thought I can do a lot of policy researches, service, and I'm very good in research, so I could give them those policies which would be ideal to go well with the community, which are not going to be acceptable, those kind of things. And promotion is something that I want to promote the Bangladeshi community. If you are an unsung hero, my job is to promote you. Our job is to promote you, write about you, focus you, take you to various forums. And the youngsters, middle age, or even at the old age, a lot of people are doing a lot of philanthropic work, but they are not sung at all. People don't even know about them. And the prevention that I do think about is a lot of stigmas. There are a lot of stigmas that entails the Bangladeshi community inward and outward, both sides. So I want to make it an inclusive society where everybody has a stake in the society. And as an immigrant community, I strongly feel that Bangladeshi community has all these assets, but we need to promote and we need to prevent those things which hinders the growth. Like, for example, in terms of knife crime, the violent crime, the antisocial behavior, the drug, this is like it's an epidemic at the moment. So the youths are really don't know which way they're going, because somebody needs to guide them. Somebody needs to perhaps go out there and talk to them, inculcate some sense of belonging, and they have to make it feel that they're part of this British society. And if we don't, then we're not going to be able to make Britain a stronger country by itself. So there's a lot of effort that needs to be going into this sector, which I felt that I could perhaps help facilitate that. And therefore I spoke to a lot of my friends and associates and consultants, very educated intellectuals, and I said, how about this idea? And they all welcomed it, and they said, Imran, let's go ahead with it. So I have now in excess of 9 to 11 consultants in various spheres of life, like scientists, educationists, academicians, somebody who is a doctor, and somebody who is a social service champion. So we have all clubbed together. They will be the consultant of the organization, and we would like to address one by one whatever we can. Meanwhile,
I mean, obviously you formed this centre, but it's recently been registered as a charity.
It is registered as a limited company without any share. It is a CIC, Community Interest Company. It's a new form of charity without having to be registered with the charity commission. But on top of it, we have applied to the Home Office, and we are working jointly with the Home Office. Is a new initiative called Building Stronger Britain Together, BSBT. So we are out of whole of the country, there are about 230 various charities and CICs and groups who are part of the BSBT, and we are one of them. Perhaps is the only one within the from the Bangladeshi community. This is the first one that I can envisage, and I can so far found in I could find in the list of the names. So it is like promoting in cohesion with the Home Office's narratives to build the country as a stronger Britain. And I feel strongly that in that process of building stronger, we could be a very instrumental in terms of building the bridge with the Home Office and with the rest of the British society with Bangladeshi community in the UK.
Now, obviously, you've just mentioned that you have at least 10 consultants as well. But how will you be working with people? Just tell us a bit about what you'll be doing as a registered company.
The idea that we have is it is a nationwide project actually, but to start off with, I'm just confining with Birmingham, Leicester, a bit of Northampton. The community is not very big, so we can cover it within few months. And predominantly Northampton has one of the finest community in the whole of the country. We have not much of a problem. It's fantastic. It's doing really, really well, and I'm very proud of it. Then we'll do Luton. We have been authorized to go out to Tower Hamlets and Redbridge. So these are the areas. Now, the modalities is we will be holding workshops and seminars with the 18 and 25-year-old.
And is it aimed mainly at young people?
No, it is not. It is what we have understood from our research that there are in excess of 10,000 Bangladeshi restaurants up and down the country. And out of the 10,000 restaurants, you are looking at minimum 4 to 5 people work in the restaurant. Now, the research says that those 40 to 50,000 people who work in the restaurant, they have a family of 5 at home. So you are looking at in excess of 240,000 people that just come from one segment of the community. Now, the research says that the 40,000 people that work in the restaurant sector, out of which in excess of 50% of that 40,000 people who work in the restaurant sector, they have very little synergy with the rest of the community. They are lack of knowledge, lack of language problem is a huge problem, and they are literally not integrating with the society. They can't, because there are so many, things are attached with it. So we want to facilitate that. Now we will go out to the restaurants, we'll talk to the restaurant owners, arrange timing, send our volunteers, and talk to the restaurant staff and find out as to how we can help them understand the British society, understand the various organizations, how to communicate, a little bit of English lessons, which we will be forming a center very soon.
And do you have a program
Yes.
a program schedule for these people?
I have program schedule for Birmingham. I have program schedule for Northampton. I have program schedule for Luton. I'm devising 3 of them, one for Redbridge, one for Tower Hamlets, and one for Luton.
And how about Northampton? How does that feature in this?
Northampton, we'll be talking to the youths. We will be organizing workshops. We will be organizing seminars. We will develop a curriculum for them. We'll do some fact finding from them what actually they need. This is a long process. It's not going to happen overnight.
No, and how hopeful are you
I'm very hopeful
that this will work?
Because what happens is in the present scenario, it's nobody has gone out from within the community to address these issues. It is always an outside agency or outside organizations. But this is something that we need to perhaps do it from the community, because we can communicate better than any other communities with ourselves. So this is the first time this is happening as far as I'm concerned. I've done a bit of a research on it. There isn't There are other agencies, other organizations, other groups, but this is not focusing the total spectrum, i.e., we're going to talk to the youngsters. At the same time, we will be taking classes, workshops, English lessons, and life in UK, importance of Britishness, how strongly they should feel about British, because if they don't feel strong about Britishness, it's never going to be as strong as we would like to see it to be. So these are very important things that I thought we should be able to do that, and we are here to do it.
Okay, so people want to find out, people from the Bangladeshi community would like to find out here, people that are in Northampton. There is also a small community which is in Wellingborough as well,
yes,
in the county.
Yes.
How can they do so?
I mean, we have our website, and we have in the website you can always communicate with us. We have Facebook, we have Twitter, we have blog. So we are all activating it together. Our new website is coming. In fact, you would be surprised to know that the website is going to be built by MS Sachi. So it's one of the finest, the best advertising companies in the world, perhaps. So they're going to do that, integrating all the social medias and everything, which will be very easy for people to communicate with us and ask our services. It's a diversified range of service, i.e., in the sense that we'll be taking English classes. We have already approached the Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Education, to allow us to go to schools and allow us to hold recruitment drives for the Bangladeshi community, for the British Army, Navy, and Air Force. Because if I'm telling them not to do what they're doing at the moment, then I have to give them an alternative. That why didn't you find a career path? So I thought. The British Army is suffering from recruitment at the moment, so why not? Because they are going out to the Commonwealth to recruit British Army officers from the Commonwealth. Bangladesh is very much part of the Commonwealth. Why not come to us? And we will. And our boys and girls actually need to be in the army, because I have an army background, and I feel that it teaches you so many good attributes that can build your life in a very different way.
Okay. Imran, thank you very much for coming along and sharing that with us. And founder there, Imran Chaudhary of the Centre for Policy Promotion and Prevention. And as you heard him say, they have a website. You can find out more about it if you'd like to find out more about, of course, their programme schedule for 2019.
This is BBC Radio Northampton.
And we've got traffic and travel coming up next, right?